So we talking about evolution?
Yeah, evolution of our business.
Evolution of our business acumen, where we are today, from over where we are, where we were like a year ago, a month ago, 2 days ago, and how people sort of judge themselves on the end product, but they never see the journey that it's going to take to get to that end product. They just say like, oh, I can't get to that end product because that's just so far beyond me, and they don't take the baby steps to get there. And how
you think that's what they do?
Yeah.
You think they think it's too hard, so they turn around?
They think there's just such an uphill climb.
See, I disagree with you. I don't think they think that. I don't think they have enough of an insight to understand how hard it is. Like you and I talked about this many times where we didn't know better. We didn't have other options.
Right, lack of other better options.
Right, so we just kept going, right? But I don't remember who it was. We had an interview once where we told the person like they wanted to become an entrepreneur of some kind, and we told them like, you're just going to be a loser. You're going to have no family time. You're going to have no time for yourself. You're going to work, I don't know how many hours it is, as many hours as you can stay awake for. As a result, you have no life. If you start to succeed, then the potential for having a life starts to open up again. Right.
If you hit your ceiling.
Right. But I think a lot of people who at that starting point, like that person, like we scared that person. I don't remember who it was. You remember this conversation?
Yeah.
Was it a man or a woman? I don't remember.
Man, 30-year-old, I think.
Okay. So I think that had that person understood, and had we understood, and had most people understood what it would be like when you start, like what the journey is going to be like, they would turn around. I think a lot of people don't, and we didn't either. I think we thought we were going to be like successful.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like I think there's maybe even two reasons why people turn around and say like, I can't do that. Because either they see the end product, they're like, I'm never going to get there, right? Mm-hmm. They just doubt themselves from the beginning. Or they get into it, right? They're like, oh, I can get there, and then they see what the real work is and the real.
So when you say the real work, what does that mean? Because these are like buzzwords, or these are words that don't really paint a picture. What does that actually
being
mean?
Broke and still having to go out every day and work and not having better options, and I mean, lack of a better word, grinding away at yourself and breaking yourself out of bad habits and bad tendencies to be a better
learning from the mistakes you made.
Exactly, learning, being a better businessman, making better decisions, and growing. You know what I mean? Like doing things that you think are work, and I'm going to hit a home run on this sale. I'm going to hit a home run on the next sale.
That's true. I remember in the beginning.
And like you find out like there is no fucking home run. There's just a bunch of singles, and just keep fucking hitting singles.
We didn't know that in the beginning. So every time we had an idea, we thought like this idea was going to be our savior. Like we're going to do this. We're going to implement this.
It's going to be huge.
And this is going to totally turn around our business.
Huge.
And I think every single time we did that, we failed.
Well, like either the idea failed because our expectations were so high.
Right. Exactly. Like that idea turned out to be a single, maybe a double, but we thought it was going to be a grand slam.
Right. So it was a letdown. So then it was like emotional. Like crap, that worked, but not to our liking. And then we figured out like, wow, it's just all about doubles and singles.
Exactly.
Double is a home run.
If you can string enough of them together, then you start to gain momentum.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
And every now and then you'll have a home run.
They think and they see what they see on Instagram or YouTube or whatnot, or the businessman they follow and so on. That person just hit a home run and they made one song, and now they're off and running, and they own the world. Jay-Z didn't make one song to get where he is. Made a whole bunch of songs, and there's a whole bunch of songs you've never heard that he put out that he's like, well, that fucking sucked. Mm-hmm. Right?
You got Kai over there shaking his head. Like, this is like church for him. I can't say that in the podcast?
You can say that. You can say whatever we want.
Okay.
Episode 1.